Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Daniel Hood Roofing. Great roofs, great prices, great reviews from your neighbors all across East Tennessee. Check out their website, danielhoodroofing.com, and read all the testimonials for yourself. Take advantage of their basketball deal right now. Yes, it's still going on because the NBA season is still going on, but the clock is ticking. Only a few weeks left. And for my Celtics, yes, that's why I'm wearing green today. It could literally be just one more day left. Daniel Hood Roofing, they got great deals year-round, but certainly take advantage of their basketball special going on right now. All right, weird topic. You may wonder why I'm bringing it up. Beer barrel, why now? Here's why now. I saw this week. Vanderbilt and Louisville have come up with their own Battle for the Barrel trophy for their baseball games. These teams aren't even in the same conference. This is not, I mean, I think that is 90% just to get under Tennessee's skin. I bet and I applaud them because that's what it did. It ticked me off. So Vanderbilt and Louisville are doing this since Tennessee and Kentucky no longer have the beer barrel. Of course, we know why it went away almost 30 years ago, and it made sense at the time. There had been 3 athletes at UK who died in an alcohol-related crash. I understand you retire it for a while, but why is it still retired? Especially when Kentucky has no problem with booze. Take a look at this. Yep, that's Mark Stoops signing commemorative officially licensed Maker's Mark bottles that Kentucky licenses and lets them sell. You see an entire collection there. They put out a nice bottle every year. One's got Adolph Rupp, one is commemorating a John Calipari Final Four run, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, Kentucky, they just don't want to mess with alcohol at all. Now, take a look at this next one. This is particularly sickening. You can't read the caption there, but that silver bottle, that's called the $1 Million Maker's Mark bottle to celebrate Kentucky basketball. And the caption reads, the $1 million bottle is available only through UK Athletics for a $10,000 donation to the K Fund. Okay, look, look, it's time to bring the beer barrel back. They also, by the way, we just looked it up, they don't sell booze at Commonwealth Stadium among the commoners, but they do have alcohol in the luxury suites. So alcohol in the luxury suites, that's okay. $10,000 donation to get our special Maker's Mark bottle, have our coaches sign them, put our logos all over them, that's fine. We can't have a beer barrel trophy. Could it be that Kentucky's just tired of never winning the beer barrel trophy? I think that had something to do with it. And that's why, if I'm Danny White and Josh Heupel, I bring it back. I don't ask Kentucky to participate. They rarely win it anyway. Run it out there on the field when you win, and if you lose, leave it in the locker room. And if they don't want to play along, don't ask them. Hell with them. And if they cry on Twitter and say, well, we got rid of it for a reason, tweet those photos I just put there back at them. Tennessee doesn't have any of these trophy things. There aren't any of these trophy games in the SEC. There aren't many of them. Get it back. That's ridiculous. It's the one we had. It's one I grew up with. And if you're worried about beer, we said this before. I do this every 5 years because it ticks me off. But during Prohibition, they marked it ice water. They still played with it. They just marked it ice water instead of beer. Bring the thing back, and I think Tennessee fans would love it if it was just a Tennessee thing and Kentucky even said, well, we're not going to do it. Okay, we'll just bring it out and shove it in your face every time we win.
The word hypocritical is perfect.
You know.
Now, look at it a couple different ways. One, at the time of the accident, when I was at the News Sentinel, I had an argument with Gary Lundy. Gary Lundy thought taking away the beer barrel was great. I said, it had nothing to do with the other thing. I would have kept it at the time. And two, your entire state, basketball, probably number one, maybe bluegrass, bourbon. Your entire state is known for hooch.
Although their state's also known for what they're peddling now, which is horse crap.
And that's where we're leaving it. Yeah. Yes, I thought you never should have taken it away. I would bring it back, and if Kentucky doesn't like it, then they can lump it.
Just set it over there near Smoky. I mean, who cares? I mean, it's been a part of the tradition. What did that start in 1925 or something? I Googled something, and it goes way
before
back.
Prohibition because they changed it. Yeah.
And there were so many UT players. That's one of the most special photos they have
of
their career is carrying that off. Yeah. So time heals all wounds. Obviously, we're sorry this tragedy happened.
That had nothing to do with the barrel.
But they took it away. They said we no longer want it involved. I'm like you, especially for home games. Kentucky can't say what you have out there, right?
Now, the embarrassment is you bring it back and then lose. But that doesn't happen often with Kentucky.
The last thing, real quick, look how alcohol consumption and sales has changed at stadiums across the country in the past decade.
More acceptable.
It was before you almost had to sneak it in. Now, if you want to pay $14
didn't
for a beer,
yeah.
What's stupid is there's not beer in it. It's just ridiculous. Just call it the barrel and bring it out there. Marlon, am I pushing this too far to say they don't even consult Kentucky? Just bring it out when you win?
No, I think the situation happened with those kids. That's unfortunate.
Certainly.
But heck, that happens every day. Just to be honest with you, I would say it's super memorable. I wish I had an opportunity playing here for Tennessee to be able to hold up a barrel and say, hey, we won this thing that we get to take back with us or keep. I think you got to bring it back. I think that tradition is a lot of people appreciate it. I think the kids would love it. And then also it gives you a little bit more of an edge, right? To see that thing sitting in there and say, okay, we got to go defend this next year. So I think you got to bring it back.
Yep.
All right, there you go. The sports source has spoken. I'm a big fan of Danny White and what they're doing over there, but there's one where he would be the cult hero of all cult heroes. You know how Tennessee fans love to stick it in somebody else's face. If he went and said, yeah, we're bringing it back, period, and Kentucky cried, oh, they would build statues to Danny White already. So, and he would be standing with his leg up like Captain Morgan on a beer barrel. But absolutely, to me, the hypocritical nature of we can't have this trophy, and yet you've tied yourself to liquor all over the place, and you've got it in your luxury boxes. Shut up. Bring the thing back. That would be, and I would bring it back. If they don't want to participate, fine. You just keep it in the locker room if you lose. But when you win, run it out there. Stick it in their faces.
It would look good on this set.
It would look good on this set. All right. When we come back, Georgia turned down a White House invitation this week. Should all teams accept those, no matter who's in the White House, no matter politics? Or is it just time to stop with that tradition? Come on back on the Sports Source. Politics and Sports is next.